Welcome, welcome, hello, welcome everyone. Pardon the aviators. Once again, there's like a light blasting my eyes, so I can't see shit. Hello everybody in the chat, whoever may be here. I see, Pigron, hello. I love Living Truck loves back. Arson, what up? Tamor Bashir with the oneth. Laramie, what up? Welcome in. Can someone please tell me how the stream looks? Because I get a feeling that it looks like shit. And also volume as well. Let me check something real quick. Also, my bad about the late start. I had to shit. Stats. Oh god! Okay. Oh wait. No, it looks fine. Does it look fine? Okay. I'm gonna assume so. Wait, can I go live? Did everyone wipe before this shit looks and sounds lovely? Thank you. Welcome in. What up? How you doing? How is everybody doing? Sorry, once again, I know aviators probably look dumb, but light gives me a headache. So a couple of things. First, welcome to the first annual weekly FistTruck Live #1. I'm gonna drink water because I have the sleeping schedule of a fucking neckbeard and the beard of a neckbeard as well. So I just finished breakfast. Okay, cool. So that's good. Let me just check something else. So today, the plan is probably go over some shoot shit first, most importantly, because as I put in the community post, I really don't have any sort of like community thing. The Discord's really not my cup of tea. At least to do for that kind of stuff, because trust me, I'll have a server and I'll never be there. So that's just, I know me already. So ideally this will be our replacement for that. Obviously, you know, I have no idea how many people are going to show up today, but already happy to see everybody's lovely usernames in chat. So yeah, we'll shoot the shit. You know, not gonna be terribly long, probably an hour or two. Talk about some of this week's gaming news, so we have some topics to talk about, and if there's some time left over, probably like play a game or something. Whew. I don't know what though, if that comes, because boy do I play a lot of Elden Ring, so I probably try and mix it up and play something else. So let's switch screens after you know, it's not like this is my first time, so let me also switch music, because I cannot listen to this for 30 minutes straight. Gran Turismo, save the day, please. I'm on GT5, I want that Gran Turismo 5 music. Cool. Action-packed, I know. Reggie? Hold on, let me step away for a sec. God. Allergies are kicking back in. You know what? This is gonna be the first on-stream drug taking. I kid. Let me remember how to stream again, because it's been like months since I streamed on Twitch. Right, open you there. Boom. Boom. Okay. I hear no music. Oh, Jose, welcome in. What up? I hear you don't hear any music. Really? Oh, that video was in dead silence. Hot damn. Okay. That should have solved that problem. Can you hear it now? Welcome everyone. Hi. Can you hear music now? It was dead silence. God damn it, no one says anything. No. Okay, so music's good. We're in here now. Damn. See, look. That's what I'm telling you. I'm not even a professional. Not even close. Okay. Instrumentical, welcome in, what up? Welcome to the other side of streaming. I hear music you weren't on. All right, cool. So let's switch. I'm going to talk about some of this week's hottest news, because PlayStation and Nintendo had their directs or whatever they want to call them, so you know what we're going to talk about. Cool. All right, let's properties. That should fix that. Okay, cool. We're good. Mono. All right, here we are. Voice trick is no more. No voice after scene change. Okay, so let me reenact what just happened. So we'll go back here. All right, so wait, you should still be able to, you should be able to hear me now. Everything's good. This is the growing pains. So as I said, PlayStation and Nintendo both had their directs, or whatever the fuck we want to call them today, or fuck people call them, and now it's a bunch of cool games or farming games. Shout out to Donkey for making a hilarious video. So what we're gonna talk about is G4 having layoffs, because for those who may or may not have seen my Q&A video, I just have a here. Cool. Thank you everybody for the for telling me. Thank you. I haven't seen all the trailers. I am excited for God of War because I'm a God of War fanboy. And there are some other games there that got me excited as well, but everybody's seen it already and talked about that shit to death. So I'm really just talking about this because I was scrolling through Kotaku. And by scrolling through Kotaku, I mean I was intentionally looking for news articles to talk about first. Also, once again, everybody, how you doing? Welcome in again. I saw this and it was like, well, that's a shame that first that blonde chick ruined the whole thing. The short-haired one, the one that's like kind of hiding in the back there. Hold on, I can't see my own mouse cursor. Fuck. Yeah, you mean that one right there? That's kind of like menacingly hiding behind the logo. Yeah, I mean, yeah, how many times, how many times did she go off on stream? Like, was it only that one time, or has it been like all the time? Cause went mental. Yeah, I know about the one time where, she's talking about like, because I guess does she do the X-Play stuff? I'm gonna be honest, since G4 came back, I have not really looked at it at all. I looked at it a couple of times and I was like, yeah, this is kind of cringe. So, though, if I'm gonna be honest, the sorry, give me a sec. Sorry. Mr. Zombie, hello, welcome to the other side. When and why did you move to YouTube? I moved to YouTube today. Why did I move? Because on Twitch I have about 100 followers, and here I have 1,000 subs. So you just go where the people are. That's really it. Like, I don't know how many people that are YouTube like subs or that have found me through this platform are gonna show up. Not expecting many, though. I've already seen a couple faces. But, you know, just get into the habit of it. And this isn't really going to be the same kind of like long form stream that I did on Twitch. It's more of the shorter thing, just interact with the community. Also, but anywho, welcome in. How you doing? What up? Okay, she's a proper Twitter user. No, I know. Ron Funches and Golden Boy. I have no idea who those people are, but didn't watch E4. I assume there are the people in there. For me, it was a completionist. I like the completionist. But I found that, so they put up a show called like Gotta Work or something like that. I saw a couple minutes of it and I was like, oh God. Like that was, let me bring this up a little bit because I feel like I got a Quasimodo to reach a mic. Yeah, but I saw that and I was like, oh, this is a little like, this is a little hard to watch. Oh, it's a little cringy. Like to me it was. Let me zoom in a bit because I know there's a lot of dead space on the screen. But I brought this also. One time I hopped into one of their live streams, and what's this guy's wrestling name? Austin Woods, is that it? Xavier Woods. I hopped in to their stream, and the other people in the stream, aside from him, were kind of just like, I mean, this is probably going to be hypocritical for me to say it, or like, you know, pot calling the kettle black or some shit, whereas like just average gamers speak, and they were just standing there being like you could tell they're probably maybe not comfortable with the camera, so they're trying to talk like they are, but in doing so are forcing it because they're talking in a way that you know that they know that the camera's there and they're hamming it up. But then this guy, every time this dude would talk, it would be like, then I would want to listen. He's incredibly entertaining, which I guess comes from the, you know, WWE experience. Excuse me. But yeah, so I know about like there was a one, so yeah, went mental, the one time that I know about the one occurrence on stream where she was talking about like, you know, the women and that kind of stuff. And, you know, cause I guess not technically, or not that she is, but I guess she is kind of like replacing Morgan Webb in a sense. Cause I guess she's the woman who reviews things, even though that's a very like broad topic to talk about. But aside from that, I really wanted to bring this up just to, you know, like that. First, let's be clear, no one, you know, when people have to get laid off, it's never a good thing. So, you know, hope those people who got laid off find work fast and easy, especially in this current job market where people like myself quit all the time. So I really brought this up, or wanted to talk about it, just because so layman's terms of the story is just that people got laid off because you know, G4 isn't really, I guess, is not like performing to their expectations. To be fair, that's what happened to it in the first place, though back then I think it was just hell. Hi. Welcome in, Solid Snow. So yeah, to be fair, you know, G4, I know it was on cable before, but I guess they had the opportunity to go online, and kind of just let that shit just pass them by, which, you know, here we are today. Like I'll never forget, man, towards the end of G4, all you would see is fucking like some sort of random movie they would play all the time. If it weren't for G4, I would have never seen Time Cop. I would have never seen The Toxic Avenger, like 1 through fucking 80 or however many of them there are. I would have never seen, fuck, there was another one. There was another one they really like playing all the time. Oh, I know it's at least Time Cop and Toxic Avenger. So it was already kind of falling apart when they were on cable. And even while they were falling apart, gaming on YouTube was already like, you know, had already taken off. The further he goes, the further we stray away from God. Somebody stop this, man. Excuse me. So Yeah, and then I think at that point too, people like Adam Sessler and Morgan Webb and all of them left already. So, and they already had they're doing their own shit on YouTube. At least I know Adam Sessler did. So to see that when they were coming back, I was like, oh, that's cool. Then I saw what it was, and I was like, okay, this is a little like, it's not for me, is I think the nicest way to put it. I never really liked Adam. I did. The thing is that he would have some opinions that I would disagree with, but I would like, I did like, overall I would say I enjoyed him. Hearing his opinions, whether or not I like, if I disagreed or agreed with it is a different story, but overall I did like him. Like I still think out of all the opinions of his that I do know, I still think the dumbest one was about Resident Evil 5. I'll never forget that. He was definitely of the side that Resident Evil 5 was some kind of racist because you were shooting Africans and no one batted an eye when you shot a whole fucking army of Spaniards in Resident Evil 4. I'm like, yo, it's like so what, he's supposed to kill like literally everyone else? It does that. It's a fucking game about shooting zombies and monsters, man. It doesn't matter who the fuck you kill. It's not a big deal. That was like one of the takes that he had. That was like, okay, that just seems like you're just trying to, what's the word? I don't know. There's so many phrases that people have nowadays that I don't keep up with it. But what would it be? Virtue signaling? Oh, I need to put on some music that's not putting me to bed. Time to fuck. But yeah, that was the big one I wasn't crazy about. Aside from that, okay, I cannot put any copyright or like crazy copyright shit on here because it will immediately get demonetized. Or not, sorry, did I say demonetized? I can't even monetize my stuff. I mean copyright content thing. And we're trying not to do that, so I think the F-Zero GX OST is a safe bet. The only thing is I don't want them to play those shitty campaign in between songs. We'll go for this. Oh god, that's loud. Okay. So yeah, that was a take, one of the takes he had that I wasn't like super with, but aside from that, I at least enjoyed watching him. And he always did have like some sort of sense of humor that I related with. What's the situation with emotes on YouTube? I have no fucking idea, man. I'm flying by the seat of my pants right now, bro. I was trying to see how the hell you get a BTTV to work on YouTube because everybody loves their Pepes, so do I. I think it's gonna be like as time goes on, I'll figure it out. I woke up about 30 minutes before hitting the start stream button, just so you know. There's still a banana with my name on it behind me. Not like that. So yeah, trying to as time goes on, figure that out. I know when, if your channel is able to be like partnered or whatever, you could I think if somebody joins like the member thing, which is like YouTube's version of subs, of Twitch subs, if you join the member thing, then you get emotes much like in the same way that Twitch does, and I think it's also $5 or I don't know how that shit works. So yeah, looking at this, I'm like, it's a shame. Like I said, that whole God of War thing, I tried watching it, and that does star the completionist. I think the whole premise of the show is that if like it's Kratos from God of War, but he's working in like Office Space or some shit, which I guess is kind of like a funny. It's a funny premise, but then when I saw them doing it, I was just like, oh god, it's like some of the jokes are like, it's like The Office, but not good, at least to me. I don't know, but maybe someone in this world has watched it and liked it. Cool, enjoy it, but I couldn't take it. So, G4 layoffs. Good luck to those people who got laid off. G4 is a brand that I didn't, when G4 started taking off, I didn't have cable growing up, so that kind of just passed me by, but I was able to catch this later years, and I kind of enjoyed it, so hopefully they succeed. Once again, long story short, this guy is easily the most entertaining person amongst the group. Moving on. Overwatch 2 Battle Pass. I don't know much about this shit, so I don't know if somebody wants to talk about it. Yeah, I got it. Please leave me alone. So, Overwatch 2 Battle Pass. This is, here's why new Overwatch 2 heroes are locked behind a Battle Pass on Forbes. So, I've got like a vague understanding of it. Okay, cool. So you need to pay $10 for the premium Battle Pass, unlock each newcomer instantly, or grind through the free Battle Pass. Okay. So, fuck yeah, I love Battle Pass. So do I, man. I absolutely adore Battle Passes. This is a game I will not play. So, with or without the Battle Pass, let me clarify. I was really big into the first Overwatch. I'm torn on this. I understand. I'm gonna make the argument, probably a devil's advocate, I think. I don't see the problem. I think that's like the, I'm going against the general consensus here. I don't see the problem in this, because if I'm not mistaken, if you play League of Legends or something, don't you have to either pay for the characters or grind to unlock them? Or if you play something like, I'm not saying I would do this, because it, like, this shit ain't for me. I used to play Overwatch like crazy. I was super hardcore into ranked. I got pretty fucking high, and then I stopped playing, and I haven't played in years. But if I pay $60 to fuck off with, I agree, but this is free. This is free. Overwatch 2's multiplayer is free. This shit is free. So that's, I agree with that, but this shit is free. So that's, I don't see the problem. Like that's the thing. Like, the game is free. You could play. I know they said that you're gonna have to pay for the Overwatch 2, you know, whatever PvE content they have, as opposed to the PvP stuff. But that shit, I don't even know if they said that when that's coming out. Like, the PvE stuff, like the multiplayer Overwatch 2, which is still the same fucking game as the first one, but like, the multiplayer component is coming out in October, right? I think. And it's free to play. Like, it's free, and it will forever be free. So, this is the way you unlock the characters. I don't see the problem. I'm just saying. And if it's $10 for all the characters, I'm sure that's probably like cheaper than you buying a set of characters in League. I don't. Once again, if there's someone out there who knows more about this and does, well, nobody's playing Overwatch 2 because it's not out yet, but still, I mean, you get what I mean. I don't see the whole hubbub about this, because it's free. So you could still get all the characters for free. Now you have to grind through a battle pass, which is shit. I agree, but it's free. I'm just saying. I'm gonna drink water after that. Need something to cool down that hot take. That was the same problem I had with Halo Infinite. When Halo Infinite came out, everybody was complaining about the battle pass. And I was like, I don't get it. I don't get it. Everybody's complaining about the battle pass. I get why people were complaining about the battle pass, is because it had you do dumb shit that you would never want to do normally. That was the bad part. However, like, if it sucks, don't do it. Like, Halo Infinite had the benefit of being fun. Granted, and Arson recently showed me this, is that the connection, trying to stay in a match, is still practically impossible, and then it still drops connection. That's the fucking problem. But to complain like, oh man, I can't get fucking cosmetics for my guy because I have to get 30 pistol kills in fucking oddball or something. Don't do it. Just say fuck it. I don't get why people feel the need to have to do that shit. I used to spend like 100 on Riot points every month. Those are Jesus Christ, bro. I mean, it was free to play. Wasn't free for you, but it was free to play. I mean, that, like, I'm aware it's a big, I don't know if problem's the right word, you know, like, I mean, if you think 100's a lot, you know, there are people who spend thousands, like, in games, like, I know Lost Ark, it was a big thing, you know, some for Diablo Immortal, right? What else? Fuck, isn't there more a recent game? Genshin's another one. But on the flip side, it's the kind of thing where, like, I don't know if you have to do it. Peer pressure of sorts, full team of friends, and we bought the dumbest shit. Whatever going on. I mean, listen, we all... I had my parents buy a lot of Yu-Gi-Oh cards and Pokemon cards when I was a kid, so, you know. All been there. Yuck. Yuck. I look back on the amount of money I had my parents spend, or I would ask for my parents on... Sorry, let me just fix that real quick. I would ask for my, like, hey, can I get these cards? And now where those cards have ended up is like, oh, what a waste, man. It's like, you know, I didn't have any of the mega valuable Pokemon cards or anything. And Yu-Gi-Oh cards, for the most part, just go from whatever they're worth when they come out to toilet paper. But I've grown out of that. Yeah, it was fun. It was fun. Yeah, that's the way to look at it, man, is, you know, it felt like a waste of money, spent a lot of money, did a lot of bullshit back then, but at least you have fun, you know, but that's over now. Thing is, development costs money, so they're doing a live service. They need a continuous stream of money, so I don't think the battle pass is a problem. Yeah, I don't think so either. I'm not a fan of it, but I guess what came before were loot boxes, so, you know. At least battle passes are deterministic. Like, if you do it, you will get it. As opposed to loot boxes, which are just fucking gambling. So there's that. Oh, excuse me. Now, if it's like a shitty battle pass, like Halo had, right? You know, I understand the issues with that. I totally get it. But, like, you don't have to do it. I guess it's one of those things that gives... I'm not following on most of this because I have no friends and play games like Terraria. I don't play Terraria. I think I do have friends. No, but... no, but, hey, you know, that's living in bliss, man. That's not even... I wouldn't even call it ignorance. It's just bliss. Got twitchy, I don't know why. I mean, I'm kind of with you though. Most of the time I don't play this kind of shit. But I do, you know, it's always interesting to see how the other half lives, if you get what I mean. You know, like, why is this an issue? I guess learn about the gaming as a whole rather than just my own little bubble. Which is why I love being on YouTube, because just watching shit on YouTube is because I watch videos about games I do play, ones that I don't, because there's so much stuff. What about when Battle Pass have fuck all to begin with? We promise a roadmap. And, like, my two biggest arguments to this, which are probably, like, the laziest arguments, but still, first, it's free, second, don't play it. Like, that's it. I just don't think having it at the end of the battle pass, because to play a character you possibly need that. Sorry, I just don't think having it at the end of the battle pass for a character. Or you mean you think? I think having it at the end of the battle pass for a character is a bit because to get a character you possibly need that you're also paying for. Wait, so what do you mean? Like, do you need to play as a certain... Are you saying that, like, there's the potential for the battle pass to have it so that in order to progress, you need to have a character that you have to buy? Because, at least according to this, that doesn't sound like it'll be the case, but that hasn't been specified, so... Yet to be determined, and, you know, a lot of companies are cocksuckers, so... I wouldn't put it past them to do it. But on the flip side, if you do pay for the battle pass, then you get all of them. Like, with the moment they come out. At least that's what it says here. So I'm just trying to wrap my head around this controversy because I hear it and I hear people like I'm trying to get the object. No, it's only you have to go through the battle pass, so you're dedicating time. Okay, so even if you, and that's just for the free one, right? You mean for the free one? So to unlock the characters, you have to go through the battle pass, so you're dedicating time. Okay, at least according to this, that's just for the free one. So which once again brings me back to like in League or other games, like I think the Pokemon game currently, another one or an example, the Pokemon MOBA. Yeah, but my other argument is so like in other game, like free to play games, to unlock the characters, well, it depends on which games. So I know like a lot of like Apex, I'll use Apex as an example, doesn't have any of that shit. I think it's just cosmetics, right? But like if I compare this to League, you either grind for it to unlock your character or you just pay for them. So it seems the same. It's either you have to pay with time or you pay with money. So this sounds like the same transaction, at least to me. It sounds fucking annoying. I understand. But we do have to keep in mind that Overwatch 1, yeah, it's like right here. You'll either need to pay $10, pay for the $10 premium battle pass to unlock each newcomer instantly, or grind through the free one. Yeah, it's fine. Yeah, that's okay. All right. Okay. Yeah, so it's like you pay with money or time, not both. So I don't see the problem. I mean, I see the problem in the sense that like they don't give you everything. But we also have to keep in mind that Overwatch was like a paid game. Free, not coffee. Coffee. With the coffee battle pass. I understand what you meant. Like it was a paid game. They were switching to free to play. Obviously, they kind of left this one for the last minute regarding the way you unlock characters, but I don't know. I like. There's a lot of bullshit that happens in gaming. There's definitely a lot of bullshit that happens in gaming. Like when it comes to big AAA gaming space. I mean, even not even that, just like indies, and also there's a lot of bullshit that happens. But I think sometimes people want to complain for the sake of complaining. This to me looks like that. So that's it for me. But if we are gonna complain about Sun, moving on, smooth segue. This piece of shit right here. Got it. Yeah, I got it. Babylon's Fall. Square Enix's mega failure is now shutting down completely. So for those who don't know, I think like a year ago, Square Enix came out with this game that was developed by what? Platinum Games, which hurts my fucking soul because I absolutely adore most everything that Platinum puts out. Speaking of which, you know, Bayonetta 3 coming out in like a month and 12 days. Oh my god, I can't wait. But Babylon's Fall came out and it was like a hot steaming pile of shit. It was they tried doing a live service game, but it was an action RPG or something. I kind of didn't follow it that, or wasn't 100% certain about it. But essentially, it they're shutting it down a year after launch, or it came out a year and a half after launch. Did they say when it's? Did they say when? So okay, so it'll be about like 2 years. The game will be active for 2 years. I think at this point, literally no one's playing it. Let's check the Steam charts. I'm gonna hit all the caps here. Steam charts. Cool. Babylon's Fall. Okay, we have 3 people. But oh my god, bro. Babylon's Fall, more like Baby Fall. Oh my god. So yeah, right now we're looking at 3 players. Let me zoom in. 3 players who are currently playing this. So like, is anybody really gonna miss this? No. I think really more the problem is that this is just yet another ongoing trend of like you could buy something and then it just gets shitted on. That spike in the beginning looks like Batman. Oh shit, right here, yeah. You're right. I never tried it though. Originally, I was interested until I saw gameplay. Yeah, it looked a little janky, you know, but I kind of held out hope because it was platinum, and you know, like Bayonetta, Vanquish, fucking Nier, Wonderful 101, Astral Chain. Anything else I'm missing? Probably. I mean, we don't talk about Anarchy Reigns. I think that was the name of it. No one talks about that. Mad World, right? I think that was another one. There's so many bangers. Like, oh my god, bro. Okay. So it's a shame that something like this happens. Not because, I mean, the game's shit, so I guess it's, in that case, you know, it's easy to kind of not, you know, disregard and be like, yeah, whatever, shit game, goes bye-bye. However, yeah, there might be some games that you actually like, or that are actually good, that will kick the bucket in the future because of shit like this. And it sucks. Yeah, they can have a failure. They have, yeah. Like, not everyone does good shit all the time. Right. Put that down. Yeah, I feel you. Like, alright, like Sony's first party stuff. For the most part, every single Sony first party game that comes out tends to be very good. And then you have some moments like they're currently going through with The Last of Us Part 1 remaster, but it's like marginally better than the original type thing. But it's like, you can get away with that because pretty much most everything else you put out, it fucks. So I get it. It's just, I wanted to highlight this. Just because in the grand scheme of things, like getting killed off a year or two later is kind of whack. Knack, bro. Yeah, knack. Hold on, I need to throw some shit on the floor. Hell yeah. Yeah, knack was pretty. Knack 2 wasn't that bad, at least from what I remember. Sorry. How do you never know about this game? How? It's Babylon's Fall, man. It was, let's watch some gameplay of it, bro. Oh, hey, that's me. Oh my god. I just want to watch gameplay. Let's watch gameplay. But yeah, Knack 2 wasn't that bad, was it? Was it? Can I get gameplay with no talking? Alright. Let me, pause. Where's the music? Where's the music? Where's the music? Right there, okay. Okay. Click it for the algorithms. What? Click myself? No, thank you. Okay, this is action-packed. I know. I already know. It's just the beginning. Alright, this looks like... Sorry, everything has a brown-orange tint on it. This... Why does the aliasing look mega crunchy? Alright, let's skip around. Let's see the fighting. Alright, so... Oh, God! I mean, visually... I could get and represent 25 of the player base. Yeah, man, I'll see that thing tick up. Go check Steam charts, see it go up by 1. It's like, that's him, right there. That's my boy! Wasting money in a game that's gonna go... That's gonna be literally unplayable in, like, 6 months or 5 months. I mean, it looks alright. I can see this getting... Enemies take way too fucking long to kill, though. Like, it looks like the enemies take way too fucking long to kill. But nonetheless, like a live service... I'm not a fan of live service games as is. However, if there was a live service game that's like an action game, it would be my cup of tea. It's just a shame that it had to suck dick. Like that sucks. But also, once again, to highlight that, you know, you could drop money on a game, and if it doesn't perform well, then it gets killed, like Anthem or some shit. You know, fucking... Speaking of Solid Snarf, you know, for those who don't know, him and I played Anthem a year and a half ago, sometime. And at that point, it was, like, pretty much dead. Like, they weren't... I think they had already announced that they were done working on that. I was like, yeah, kind of a shame, because I think foundationally, the game was good. But it was just the content was just fucking god-awful, man. And the shooting was kind of whack. The loot was shit. And there was a lot of bad things. But it was the kind of thing where you could tell they could fix it. Like, it was fixable if they... It was fixable if they just made the right content for it, but they just never did. And even the content they added in after launch was just as bad as the stuff in the game originally. Make us a game that will live forever at minimal cost and with almost no time to do it. Works. Absolutely, man. Absolutely. He's hitting us with the devil's advocate opinion. I mean, I think realistically, you could just make a game that doesn't require an online connection to play it. I think that's the only argument I'm making in this whole thing is to make a game that doesn't require an online connection in order to play it. Or if you're going to kill it off at that point, since clearly your investment in keeping this shit online doesn't matter, you have no intent of selling this game anymore because it doesn't fucking work, turn off the online requirement. I don't know if it's that easy, but like I feel like it should be a legally required thing that if you sell a product like this, that it should at least work the whole time. That's my big issue with like a lot of live service games. It's just servers go down and it's like, okay, cool, you wasted money. I mean, maybe you enjoyed your time there, but if it's the kind of thing where you didn't, or you didn't play it enough, then, you know, it could point the finger, but at the same time, it's like, I bought this game thinking I could play it any time. This guy's also been fighting this shit forever, so this does look like shit. I can at least say that. It looks like fucking butt water trash. Turn that shit back on. The Twitch ditch. Yo, everybody, you're talking about me and banning. Yo, I told you it was happening. What the fuck you talking about, man? It is depressing. It is. But well, hello, Kamarly. Welcome. With the... Does that link to play? Okay. How you doing, man? Welcome in. I already told you that I'm gonna at least be doing this weekly. Just to shoot the shit. I'm not gonna be on for very long. It's just more of a community thing. I do for the most part respond to pretty much all the comments I get on my videos, but at least going forward, you know, start small. At least, you know, start small, shoot the shit, talk about this week's gaming stuff. I might play something, I might not. Like I said, it just depends on how the conversation goes. But otherwise, you know, right now we're talking about Babylon's Fall. For if you don't know, it's a game that Square Enix put out and developed. Smart Ryan mad. He's mad, bro. Everybody move in. He's fucking mad. That it's a game that Square Enix put out. It was a live services game, developed by Platinum Games, who are fucking legendary. But you know, you could tell when the game is rushed. This is definitely one of those games. And so it's a shame that like, the game itself sucks dick, but like, literally, I was here anyway. It's the okay. The game sucks dick, but it's more highlighting how, you know, the game, by the time they shut it down, it's going to be 2 years after launch, at which point it's going to be you know, like digital paperweights or some shit. I didn't respond to my message. Didn't respond. Oh. Yeah, but the fine print of digital purchases, it's like, right, with digital purchases, it's not that you own it, but you have like a... How's it go again? It's like you don't own it, but you have like the permission, or this gives you like key to access the game, but you don't actually own this or some shit like that. I forgot what it was. Essentially the same thing. It's like NFTs. There's fine print, no fucking way. I know, essentially like NFTs, where with NFTs, you don't actually own, like, if you're getting an image, you don't own the image. You own the ability to look at it or some shit. At least a license. Yeah, there you go. Yeah, that's it. That's it. As opposed to, you know, actually owning the game, God forbid, right? Renting. Yeah, I mean, renting, yeah, technically it's a long-term rent. For a lot of games, it's perfectly fine. It's really just with these shits that's terrible. So, I will, what up, Dino Spumoni? Welcome from across the pond. For the most part, it's a lot of Twitch people that that are here. At least good to know that carries over. I mean, I think we already talked about it, but, you know, welcome. It's the same. I'm doing the same shit, except I'm here, except I'm not playing a game. And it's pretty short. Today's going to be a short one. Just trying to figure out what the fuck I'm doing on here. My brain just blanked out. But, yeah, so it's a big... Like, there's, I saw this, like, really long YouTube video where this guy's talking about live service games and how it's, like, banned me. Not yet. When I figure out how... that's, I have no clue how. I was trying to look at the moderator tools before stream started, and I gave myself so much time to look through the moderator tools that I was looking through them as the thing said stream starting soon, and I was live. But yeah, like the guy was talking about how like live service games are a scam. I don't know if that's like, that seems like the extreme bit of it, or extreme opinion, but I guess you can see the argument when it's like, yeah, you buy this, especially if it's the kind of game where you get into it and you spend a shit ton of money. Like, let's say you spend a shit ton of money on, like, you know, microtransactions, whatever it may be, you know, some shit that you wanted, and then some time passes by and all that stuff is fucking gone. That's fucked up, man. Like, don't they do that with the fucking sports games where they just go offline? Should adapt it. I think I can see. Well, oh, you mean as in like one continuous sports game instead of yearly releases? They'll never fucking do that. Oh shit. Yo, we got guitar. Please don't be. Oh shit. Okay. I was like, please don't be copyright music. Well, it's just some Doom soundtrack. Yeah, for one long continuous thing. My argument is just that once you're done supporting the game, like, don't have it require online. Because, you know, there's still people who will want to play it. Like, trust me, we all know, like, there's either it's you, someone you know, or you just know on the internet, or just people in general. A lot of people like to find that one game, the one game they play forever. Maybe it's just like a financial thing where, you know, they don't have the money to keep buying games, which is perfectly fine. You find the one game you like it, you play it a lot. Or some people really just want that one game they sink a bunch of time into, don't move from game to game to game. So if you require the online connection because you're supporting it all the time, and then it gets to a point where you don't, then turn it off or don't have it be a feature. And the thing is that, like, sometimes you see them say, oh, we can't do that, but then you see that some fucking, like, someone cracks a game and they can play it offline, so it's like, okay, like, tell me you're full of shit without saying you're full of shit. That's usually how that argument goes. Like every time, like de novo, fucking DRM is the same. RIP battle, fucking RIP Battleborn. I will forever die on the hill that I in the small period of time that I played Battleborn for. I feel like I had more just unbridled fun with it than I ever did with Overwatch, but I still had fun with Overwatch. What fuck? What was the game? Damn. I was thinking about I was on a my brain stopped working. I forgot what I was saying. Oh man. I'm gonna go back on the VOD after I'm done with this, and I'm gonna look at it and I'll be like, oh, you dumbass, how can you forget what you were talking about? Oh, de novo, there we go. Thank you, thank God. So de novo, you know, and other DRM like that, they put it in games, say it's necessary, and then all they do most of the time is they're first incredibly fucking invasive on your computer, and then second, they're usually a resource hog as well. Like, what was it, Assassin's Creed, was it Origins or Odyssey, or one of them, or fucking every single one, who knows? It was one of them on PC where it had like two or three different kinds, so people would play the game and see their CPUs getting pinned at 100%, which is fucking nuts. Doesn't make sense. But you know who that didn't affect? The people who cracked that shit on like day 1 or day 2 and were playing the game, were pirating it, which, so let's be real, if somebody pirates your game, they weren't gonna fucking buy it anyway. That's usually how it goes. Like, I spent so much time working in retail that when somebody steals shit, they steal something, and then you're like, oh, you're gonna pay for that? Like, no. Like, they were not gonna buy it in the fucking first place, even if they had the money. So, like, it's such... It was both... Okay, cool. Thank you for clarifying. Yeah, I remember it was a thing where, like... I didn't remember it was a thing where it happened once, and then it was stupid. It was fucking, like, broken and fucking stupid, and then they did it again. They did it again. It's like, bro, you are literally only inconveniencing the people who want to buy your game, who actually buy your game. Is that a thing? What about that copy protection shit on console games too? I have no idea. Is that a thing? I remember when they really wanted that to be a thing, when the Xbox One and PS4 were coming out, like that generation. How they wanted to have it so you couldn't like lend games to your friends or something. Really just trying to kill the used games market. That was fucking garbage. But is that a thing? Or is that like, are there any games that currently do that? Because I have no idea. Okay. Well, here's hoping that takes longer and then they give up on it. Or there's so much pushback that it doesn't happen. I mean, why the fuck would they even... Okay. So they're trying to tinker with copy protection. Aren't they already killing it just by everybody downloading their games nowadays? Doesn't that already do it? Like, isn't that just the indirect way of achieving the same goal? But on the flip side, everyone downloading their games, for the most part, that's what people do because it's more convenient, it's right there, and it's the same... The fact that it's the same price is bullshit. There's less cost that goes into selling a digital game, but, you know, that's all others, you know, rant for another day. But yeah, I don't get why they would... That would just kill physical media faster, which I'm not a fan of, because I like having my physical games. Like, I just got this because I'm trying to get higher quality recordings that don't skip like fucking this. Like, if I show you this, I'm just you won't be able to hear me for a sec, but see right there how it gets like kind of choppy. It gets kind of choppy, and even though my PC is fucking hot shit. Sorry, like, as in it's good. Like, really good. But Elden Ring on PC is optimized like kind of fucking doo-doo water, so I got this. Because, let me get that light. So I can at least record off the console and it'll be smooth. And also I can play with some of my friends who have it on PlayStation. But, and, you know, I put like 400 hours on the game, so I think it's only fair that I Not that it's only fair, but I don't mind giving them money again. And also, this channel's built on it, so there's that too. Games haven't been developed. Yeah, that is true. That is true. That is the argument to make. It's when you adjust for inflation, games have never been cheaper, I think. Or I think they were cheaper maybe like at the start of the what would it be, the 7th generation? PlayStation 4. Was it like the 7th generation? I think was Xbox 360, PS3, and Wii, where I think at the start of that generation games were $50, and when you adjust for inflation, that's like the cheapest they ever were. But still, yeah, proportionately, they're not, you know, how do I put it? They're not as expensive. However, the argument to make is just that with the way wages are nowadays, some of them are higher, but at the rate that inflation's hitting, or at the rate that inflation's hitting and other factors, cost of living, that kind of stuff is going up, wages are not matching that. So it makes spending something like $60 or what's becoming more common, $70 just to play a game more painful. But with that being said, it's not like $60 is the only thing that you pay for a game nowadays. Like even for like I'll use Elden Ring as an example. This is if they make DLC. If they make DLC. If they make DLC for Elden Ring, I'm gonna guess it's probably you're looking to spend $20, $25. If they make like 1 or 2 or some shit. So I didn't spend $60 for the game. I spent $80, $85 on the game. If I use the previous prior games as an example, Dark Souls 3. Dark Souls 3, I think the season pass was either 25 or 35 bucks. I'm gonna say 25. I think it was 25. So I spent $60 on Dark Souls 3. That's not counting all the other times I bought it. And then I spent 20, 25. So that's $85 on the game. That's on like the, I think it's very acceptable. I don't complain about that. That's perfectly fine. It's okay. It's just that games aren't $60. Aren't just $60 for the most part anymore, or something like that. Yeah, no, I don't want to go deep on that. That's too much. I am not knowledgeable enough on a subject like that to talk about it at length or have some sort of like, you know, conclusive or decisive opinion on it. Total War Hammer requires about $400 to get the full experience. Why? Because you have to have everything. Let's open up Steam. I hope I don't have any sort of like titty game open or something like that. Okay. So let's go for Total War. I love this part. Alright, so in order to get the full experience for Total War Hammer 3, you need to buy the game. $60. Cool, fine. But there's some mode or something like that. The mode that everyone plays. I'm Mortal Empires, I think it's called, right? Please correct me. If you want to play it, you need to have all the playable factions from the entire series, which goes back to Total War 1. Okay, no, we're not getting into that instrumental. Well, I will get to that after this. But the thing is that, okay, so instrumental. Think about that Dead or Alive DLC costs like $1,100 to get everything, but you don't need any of it to play the game. You don't need any of it to play the game. Or not play the game. You don't need any of it to experience the whole game. If you want to play the mode that everyone wants to play, the only mode that people play in this fucking game, there are other modes, but they suck. There's the one mode that keeps these games alive. If you want to play it, you have to buy this game, the second game, the first game, and all the DLC, which is like hundreds of dollars worth of shit to play the mode. That's fucking nuts. Yo, you're driving me nuts, man. Yeah, these days, like, also games nowadays are not a complete thing. These days, thanks to publishers, so it's harder to justify $60 on an incomplete game. Yeah. And there's always there's so many games that come out and are like, oh, we'll fix it later. Cyberpunk's now kind of getting good press. And we always got to remember that at least it being broken, it was definitely a broken piece of shit when it came out. on if you were on console. On PC, it was just kind of like busted, but not like fucked up. At the very least, oh my god. At the very least, at the very least, there was a good game underneath all that shit, right? At least there's that. So in the grand scheme of things, it could, like, that's not the worst situation, the worst example of things, but it's still fucking terrible. I know, Dino, right? It's fucking shit is hilarious. What's up? Welcome in 3HP Games, a channel that it's the only other channel I have on my channel that is recommended. Sometimes we do Let's Plays, though we haven't done one in a while, which is fine, because hopefully he'll be uploading a video soon. Lifting the glasses as I look at the camera. All right. Yeah, but back on the whole thing, like, we could talk about how games are cheaper, technically, when adjusted for inflation, are cheaper nowadays than they were before, but the thing is that you're factoring in just the price, or just like the base price of the game. Back then, if you spent, like, on the PS2 or the Xbox, you spent $50 on a game, you got it, that was it. If it was shit, it'd forever be shit. If it wasn't shit, then good choice. But nowadays, you're not spending $60 on the game most of the time. Most of the time. I mean, there obviously we could talk about exceptions, but for most of the companies that are now charging $70 for games, are making the argument that games cost more than they ever have before, are the same companies that will sell you the game for $70 and then sell you a bunch of fucking butt shit afterwards. So it's like, yeah, it's very. I think I still hate that they do it, because it's like the least competitive thing you could do. But Sony, you know, with their first party games, are charging $70 for them, which I think is fucking shit. Or it makes no sense when you consider that your other two main competitors, Xbox, Nintendo, or Microsoft, Nintendo, don't do that thing. So it's that, like, I'm not a fan of that, but at the very least, they're complete experiences. Like, I played through the Demon Souls remaster. Granted, I got it on sale, $39.99, but what was the game where the ending was DLC? Oh my god. Which one? Which one? There were definitely multiple games where that happened. The games are expensive to make. They are! And they also sell more than they ever have before, so there is that. What got us here in the first place was them charging more for digital game, or charging the same for digital games they do for physical, but you immediately save money on everything involving manufacturing, shipping, and storefronts like Best Buys or Walmarts or Targets, whatever, getting their cut. When you sell it out of your own, Mercenaries 2 got the ending through DLC, but that game was shit. I played that. I beat that game. Was the ending DLC? The ending of Mercenaries 2 was, I don't remember being DLC. I remember you go to the bunker, you fucking launch the Moab on the bunker as your guy walks away and it blows up behind him. Or you don't walk away and you're like me and your guy just gets sent flying through the air and it's funnier. That game was shit. But yeah, like, games are more expensive to make, but I know. That's Race 3. That's another shit game, man. Fuck. I know Dead Rising 4 also had its ending in DLC. I would call it shit, but I had a lot of fun with it. Maybe shit. No, I think Dead Rising 4 alright. It's just not the best. Mercenaries 1 was good. 2 was trash, but I played through all of it. Because, you know, when you have one choice for a game for the next month or two, you gotta make it fucking count. Nonetheless, you know, I'm not a fan of the fact that, like, digital games come out, they still cost the same as other stuff. I guess unlike this, like, I'll just speak in console terms. Every single console manufacturer runs their own storefront. So to charge the same, it's like I know you're fucking me right now, but, you know, it is what it is, and, you know, you pay for the product. Like, you can charge what people will pay. And if you charge $60 and people buy it, then why would you charge less? Like that's what makes sense. It's just the whole argument of when, because what was the first companies to charge $70 for games were what, like EA and fucking Take-Two or 2K, whatever. Well, 2K is part of Take-Two, right? You know, for their annual sports games. Like, I remember the first games to be $70 were announced that they were doing that were like the NBA 2K games. And you're like, yo, what? You guys are talking about how things are getting more expensive? My bed came, I laid on it. Enjoy it, man. Fucking enjoy it. live. Learn how the other half lives. It is BS. It is definitely BS, but you know, that's economics, man. It's supply and demand. If you have a product, you charge $60 for it, people pay it. Why would you charge less? Like, I understand. It's just when, like I said, the first companies to make the argument about charging $70 for their games were companies like, or, you know, like the NBA 2K games. And those are notorious for having the most disgusting, egregious amounts of nickel and diming and microtransactions around. I think there's still games that have slot machines in them. Like, they're the games that have slots in them still, where most games nowadays have stepped away from the whole loot box type shit. Those games do not give a fuck and still do it. So same for like Madden and FIFA and shit. It's garbage. Here I am complaining all the time. God damn it. Next time just throw a bag of shit. What if it was a UPS guy though? Do you care? Do you care? Who knows? I mean, it could also be in my parents got a bed recently, and when they dropped out the bed, it was just there. They didn't even. It was FedEx. Why are you responding to them with different accounts? You need to keep up the illusion. Yeah, I'm kind of 50-50 on that, to be honest. I caught you slipping, man. I'm kind of 50-50 on that. Isn't the God of War limited edition not actually contain the game or some shit? Like, right? Wasn't that the case? Like let me look. We go God of War Ragnarok Collector's Edition. Or is it Jotnar? Okay. Is this like the butthole expensive one? Yeah. Well, it's out of stock, so clearly somebody wanted it. Oh. Okay. Oh, it does come with the game. And why were people complaining about this? I know at some point people were complaining about one of these special editions of God of War, but oh well. Yeah, I'm like 50-50 on that. I just like having physical games. Like I think most of my purchases are digital, but every now and then I do like getting the physical one, like with Elden Ring as an example. But I'm kind of 50-50 on it. It comes with a digital code, so I don't. Maybe that was another thing people were complaining about for the sake of complaining about it. I have no idea. I guess probably should look it up, but I won't. So, keeping as time goes on with this stream, I said I'm keeping them pretty short just to shoot the shit and whatnot. I do at least want to end it. Not the physical ballsy. There's some of them that don't have the game. Yeah, like you know, it was the dumbest fucking thing I've seen. When I worked at Best Buy, I'll show you this shit. So you know when you're in the mood for shit and you just buy something without thinking about it? So we have Battlefield 5 here. I got this not long after, pretty much almost at launch. slightly regret it, but I had fun. You know what else you could get with it? You know, so this is the regular version of Battlefield 5, right? Cool. I put that down. This is part of nothing. This is a steelbook. I don't know if did I keep the game? In fact, it's fucking empty. So, the whole point of this steelbook, some things, like these were, I always remember these were cool things that came with limited editions. And then they just started selling them on their own. Like, why the fuck would I worked at Best Buy, we had like hundreds of these and they were starting to throw them out, so I got one for free. So that's why I have one. But like, they started selling these shits on their own without a game. Like, what the fuck is the point? This is so stupid. Just a little. That's just my problem with that whole, like, if you sell the physical stuff without selling the game. God, that's stupid. I love steelbooks, man. The one for Bloodborne, you know, that one fucks. I gotta show it. God, so much dust. Oh god. This, yo, this, let me make sure it's not like covered in nut or anything. This one, 100% worth it. It was fucking awesome. Shiny. Absolutely. I love steelbooks. The steelbooks are incredibly nice. I remember on the original Xbox, I got a steelbook for the first one I got, I think it was for Doom 3. God, that was nice. That was like the Doom 3 collector's edition for the Xbox, and it that's when those things meant something. Back in my day. Oh my god, I can't put this thing away. Steel booble. Bulb. Steel boobs. Oh my god. No. For those that are still here, I think as time goes on, I'm gonna try and figure out what's a better time to start at. I don't know if I like start early, and that would give more of a chance for like the European crowd to show up, or if I start a little later and give more of the NA crowd a chance to show up, because looking at my metrics, it's kind of split down, almost down the middle, though more NA than Europe. So it might be starting later, maybe 4 or 5 next week, I don't know. However, I do want to end it for those who are here. Just shoot the shit about like games that we're currently playing. I know Euro training. You want to digital about some of the physical stuff that came with limited. Yeah, but I don't know, to me it's, if you have the option to get the game and it comes to you physical, like you want, if you want the collector's edition shit, okay, I'm just gonna say, if you want all the collector's edition shit, Euro Truck Simulator, a very fun game. If you want the collector's edition shit, you're okay with having a bunch of bullshit in your space. A game case is not that big of a deal. Like, I think that's okay. It's just, obviously with like the PC versions of games, you know, everything's digital now, so then that, you know, how else are you supposed to get that shit? I understand that. It's just when you start selling the steelbooks by themselves, like, it's a steelbook with no game in it. I don't get it. I don't fucking, that I don't understand. And I'm gonna tell you, almost no one understood it either, because them shits never sold. Even when they were free, they had a promotion where if you got Battlefield 5, you get a steelbook for free, and no one still wanted them. So that, I'm just telling you from experience, from personal experience, if the amount of people that want them, I don't think justifies. The bigger stuff. Okay, yeah, like I kind of get it. I'm okay with it coming with the full, like the digital game. This is fine. I don't see the problem with this. It's just if you buy the collector's edition and it doesn't come with the game, because this is not an example of that, but it's definitely been a thing. Definitely been a fucking thing. Like, it's definitely been a thing multiple times where you get that and it doesn't come with the game, and it's like, okay, if you come up with all the stuff after launch, then I understand that, but if it's with, like, when the game does launch, what the fuck? If you're buying all the collector shit, aren't you getting the game anyway? Just saying. Anyway, I just want to, so I'm about to wrap things up, but I just didn't want to end it talking about, like, any games, any hot shit, like, brand new, not brand new, but, like, games that are new to you that people are playing. Lately I've been playing, well, actually, Snarf put me on to, this game called Tunic. It's like this little cutie ass fucking Zelda type game. I was playing it last night, and it was one of those games. It's installed on my Xbox, so I have no idea where it's at. Yeah, no, Tunic is. I played it for like about an hour or two, maybe 2 hours. It's good. It's very good. Where is it? Right here. This cute ass game. If you have not played it and you're into like the old school Zelda games, like, you know, like your Link to the Past and that kind of stuff. Very good. Very fucking good. Yeah, the way he's saying, do not look anything up. Just play it. Don't look up guys. Don't look up YouTube things. Oh my fucking god. Hello, Chimpanzee. Welcome in. Didn't do an Ori again. I need to finish that, man. It's on my list. I got a list of games that I need to beat. Like this incredibly long list. I think I'm at 76 or 77 games right now, but I've gone through about 29 of them, so I'm making progress. Yeah, both the Ori games are part of that. Wait a minute, I know. So yeah, this goes hard. If you like Zelda type games, incredibly good. Combat's pretty fun. It's kind of Souls-like. You have a stamina bar, that kind of shit. It's from what little I played of it so far, seems to be pretty solid. And if it keeps up, probably gonna be like one of the better games that came out this year. I started playing this. So this is Metal Hellsinger. For those who don't know, this is a boomer shooter. I mean, it's kind of like Doom. You know, the recent Doom games, except it's mixed with a game called BPM, which stood for bullets per minute, where you had to like shoot and reload on rhythm with or on the beat, there we go, of the song. It's fun. Yeah, it fucking crashed on me while I was fighting a boss, and in this kind of game where there are no checkpoints, so if you crash or die, you have to do the whole fucking level all over again. I was screaming at the top of my, well, metaphorically screaming at the top of my lungs. I was pretty pissed because it's like 20 minutes down the drain. BPM's alright. I'm not gonna, yeah, this is on Game Pass. That's why I'm showing it off. Like, this is the whole Game Pass for PC setup. If you got Game Pass, I think it's worth checking out. I'm a metal guy, so I love this kind of music. But I did notice as I was playing through the levels, like, it starts getting a little samey. I don't know if I'm crazy, but I haven't beaten it yet, and it's not very long, as you can see. It's a little 50-50 on it. Like, it's fun, but I don't know. There's like, I don't know how to put it. It's like, it's all right. It's fun. Metal's for chimps and simps. It's fun. It's satisfying, but just something about I think it's something about like the constant waves of enemies that just starts getting a little stale. But I'm gonna keep playing it and I'm gonna beat it. It is fun. It is fun. At the end of the day, it is fun, I will say. And let's see what else. Oh yeah. This let me see if I can pull it up. This fucking game, yo, this game fucks. Another boomer shooter. For those who don't know, boomer shooters are kind of shooters in the style of like, you know, Quake or Duke Nukem or other games from that time period. This is like those games, except instead of using guns, you're using staffs and shit. This is fucking fun. The level design of this game is fucking nuts. It's, oh my god. I haven't beaten it yet, but every single minute I spent playing this game has been nothing but just like enjoyment and, you know, being in wonder. This shit fucks. That's it for me though. Yeah, and I don't know how much this goes for on Steam. I think it's like $20 or something. Yeah, $20. However, there's a demo. And stuff like this goes on sale pretty frequently, so I would check that out. Highly recommend it. With all that being said, I know it's short, but you know, it's really just more to shoot the shit. It's not like I'm trying to be on all day or anything. Next week we'll do the same thing, probably a little later, start it a little later. What's up, Lil Bean? Welcome in. That one time, oh my god. This guy. Welcome in. Just wrapping up. Sorry if sorry, and I, you know, welcome first. Hi. We just shot the shit about some like little stuff that's happened throughout the week in gaming, so I was just ending today. So going forward, I might start a little later, May 4 or 5, because I'm still trying to figure out the time to, you know, because like I said, there's an NA and a EU crowd. I'm trying to find the best common ground. If I do 5, then that'll be like 11 for Europe. You too. Take care. Thanks for stopping by. Next week we'll be starting at a later time, so I won't be wrapping up just as you show up, which I'm never a fan of doing. So, but thank you for stopping by. I do appreciate it. So yeah, I might start at 4 or 5. I don't know. I'll put a community post about it. And yeah, so for those who might not have seen it, you know, peace. For those who might not have seen it, you know, Tuesday, how to it was like how to Ocarina of Time of Zelda or in Elden Ring Part 4, where I just go through dumb shit in Elden Ring to make it as close to Ocarina of Time as possible, which in itself is foolish, but I had fun. Bye-bye. This manly switch, it forgets how to grind. What? Sorry, what? Oh my god. Twitch, I don't, what do you mean forgets how to grind, yo? This is not your regular Twitch stream, man. I'm telling you, this is just us shooting the shit. That's it, man. Chilling. Until, so yeah, maybe 4 or 5 next week. I don't know. Like I said, community post, new video coming out Tuesday. Gonna be just as dumb as the rest of them. And remember to always wipe before you shit. Bye-bye. Goodbye, everybody. Now I awkwardly wait.